Hi guys, this is the advisor and welcome back to the channel of upright men and women. Now, what I'm about to say in this specific video is going to enrage a whole lot of people. Let me state that first. I'm going to be probably hated and despised by certain people. But I don't care. I created this channel specifically to be a place where decent, upright people can connect with each other because we share the same values, the same standard of ethics and principles. Now, there is no way that I can call myself an upright man and at the same time speak the truth only when it suits me and ignore the truth when it doesn't suit me. I have to be consistent. And in this specific case, as you all know, I have always sided with law and order all the time, unwaveringly. And I've always been against hypocrites and parasites. I've been against anything that is immoral, unprincipled, and which is downright evil. I'm against anything that might tear at the fabric of our society. And as a patriot, it is my duty to call out evil when I see it. And in this specific case, I have now come to realize that it is the official policy of one of our political parties to take sides with the most immoral, the most corrupt, the most unprincipled, the most evil among us in the society, and is openly and deliberately fighting against law and order and against the Jamaica Constabulary Force and everything that it stands for, and doing it as an official policy. Now, I would have abrogated my duty as a patriot to my country if I did not point out this to my nation to let them see and understand. And as they stand at this crossroads to decide whether they will stand on the side of chaos and disorder or on the side of peace and tranquility. Without further ado, let me get into the matter. And without fear and favor, I'm definitely going to be unpacking this and, of course, discuss it in its entirety. But first, I need to backtrack a bit. And in doing so, I'll refer to an incident that I had made a video about yesterday. Following on the heels of that Heidel student that the former Central Kingston MP Ronnie Thwaites had called Lego bees, and rightly so, because most of them people will come out of them house they have effing Lego bees. And I had supported Ronnie Thwaites when he said that. He had to backtrack because of political consideration, but the man was right. One of the realest comment a comrade ever make. But things seem to have deteriorated inside that party. Because here is what now. Another incident of a similar kind had taken place with a student of the Glengoffe High School yesterday. A 15-year-old student was in confrontation with the police because the gist of the matter is that he had been stopped on the road, allegedly was walking with 3 girls. Police stopped him, searched him, didn't find anything, and he made some remarks, and the police tried to put him into a jeep to take him to the station. He totally resisted going with the police. He was fighting them off, obviously fighting up, putting up a good confrontation. I saw the video. And of course, I it seemed that the police had ended up taking him to the station after extreme struggles with him. At 15, this is the level of bile and bitterness and poison and venom in a 15-year-old. And did I say lawlessness? What I'm hearing from another source is that the reason why the police held on to him was that me hear them cut up big old dirty bad word to the police and call them dirty hungry belly police and want make them not go look for thief. I don't know if I try impress the girl them or something, but him never just say him not like police. And in all honesty, if I did something like that, him did really say, then as far as me concerned, then the police supposed to do to him what Babylon books they did to Boy Blue. Shove the button down in him craw and make him learn respect for the law. Because it's obvious that he did not know what the hell the police can do. And in the aftermath of that, there was a big hoopla from the opposition People's National Parties. None other than the opposition spokesman and justice, Senator Donna Scott-Mottley, came out swinging, condemning the actions of the police. Now this, what I'm going to play, is an official statement put out by the People's National Party's opposition spokesman and justice pertaining to the incident there at Glengoffe. And if you are not careful, because I had gotten confused, because when she started speaking, the words she used, and not only the word, the tone of voice she used, you would have swear say the angel Gabriel come from heaven she talk about. Because you would believe says an unruly little hooligan jagabat picnic where drag up in them house she talk about. You would have never believe that. But listen to the type of people that this lady and her party is supporting and stands fully behind. Now listen and let me break this down further. Alright.
My heart is heavy, but my resolve is unwavering. The violent assault of a 15-year-old child by members of the Glengoffe police is not just an isolated incident. It is a stark reminder of the urgent need for systemic change in how we protect our most vulnerable. To the family of this brave young student, we stand with you. To the Jamaican people outraged by this injustice, we hear you. The video of this child's suffering has shaken our nation, and it is unacceptable. Those sworn to serve and protect must never become agents of fear or harm. I join the call for Indicom to conduct an immediate, transparent investigation. Every officer involved must be held accountable. But accountability alone is not enough. The Jamaica Constabulary Force must act now to reform its culture. We need mandatory training in human rights, de-escalation, and sensitivity, especially towards our children. This moment demands more than anger, it demands action. Our security forces must reflect the values of the people they serve. Brutality cannot be met with silence. To our youth, you deserve safety, dignity, and respect.
Now, I'm going to give some very, very good political advice, logical advice to the PNP. But first, let us go into what she said. I think you're going to want to hear the advice I'll give them. According to Mrs. Scott-Mottley, the incident reflects a gross abuse of authority and an unacceptable use of force against a child. That was a quotation. And it continues. No society that values the rule of law and the dignity of its citizens can tolerate such behavior, particularly from those sworn to serve and protect. No, stick up in. So, let me repeat that. So, no society that values the rule of law and the dignity of its citizens can tolerate such behavior, particularly from those sworn to serve and protect. Okay, fine. But obviously, a society that values the rule of law and the dignity of its citizens must tolerate a 15-year-old telling police anything will come my mouth and involve the police in a corruption and tell him how to do him work, and in good grass disrespect. He gets a free pass. And he doesn't have no need or right or no onus, there's no onus on him to value the rules of law and the dignity of his citizens and police citizens. And are the police supposed to tolerate such behavior from him? Yes or no? Answer those questions, Donna Scott-Mottley. And are you saying that just because the police are sworn to serve and protect, they are supposed to succumb to or acquiesce to the whims and passions of any 15-year-old who can come up and tell them anything will come at their mouth and decide to disobey the lawful command of a police officer who is in his right to do what he sees fit in the whole scheme of serving and protecting matter, and for all officers involved to be held accountable under the law. But the little Lego beast, him get a free pass, him not to be accountable under the law. As far as Donna Scott-Mottley is confirmed, the purpose of the law is to protect Lego beasts, jagabats, from law enforcers. Is that it, Donna Scott-Mottley? And you are speaking for the PNP. And I'm quite sure that whatever you have said was said in the capacity of the spokesman on justice. She went on to say that this is a reminder that further work is needed to reform the culture and operations of our security forces. But the culture and attitude of the picnic get a free pass. She finished up by saying that the opposition, and she said the opposition, said it stands firmly with the boy and his family and joins the Jamaican people in demanding accountability and reform. So, clearly it is official. Yaga-yaganess and jagabatism. If we were to go by Donna Scott-Mottley's position, which is the official position of the People's National Party, then we could therefore say that this is a standard principle that will be proliferated across this island if ever they got into office. Now, let me give some advice to the People's National Party. Donna Scott-Mottley, I don't know if you are just politicking or just seeking some traction or relevance, or you're merely pandering to the public without having given due consideration to the implications of your position. Or if you actually support charismatism and chaos and irresponsible behavior by the general public, and that you actually are anti-police, anti-law, and anti-civil society. Because your position on this says a lot about you. It is saying anti-police. And how can a party trying to take over the administration of this country take such a position? Of course you're going to get some traction from it. Because every lawless jagabat in Jamaica are likely to support your position. But here's the thing, Donna Scott-Mottley. Most Jamaicans are law-abiding citizens, let me tell you that. So the little amount of yub them who will vote for you based on that will never take you successfully over the winning post. Because what you're doing is to isolating decent, upstanding citizens who actually know what's going on in this country and who are tired of the chaos that people like this are causing. Decent people know that the incubator for these things, like that 15-year-old boy and the one over in Heidel and all the rest of them, they know that this began in the home. But you just praise the mama, take up the mama and the Lego Beast Picnic and just blame law and order. So, for you as Minister of Justice to be aspiring Minister of Justice, you have chosen to stand with the dregs of society. Now, I have always heard that the JFJ, Jamaicans for Justice, that human rights group, is strongly affiliated to the People's National Party. And I also hear that you yourself have a history with JFJ. And we know that the vast majority of people in this country are against JFJ and against the sentiments of you and your party. So I'm telling you, if that is where you're going, dear heart, you have picked the wrong fight. You have joined the wrong team. Because let me tell you something, in the whole scheme of things, with your current stance, you have not got a moral foundation to stand on. Now, I would never tell you to change because your position is your position and I don't see you changing or the stance of your comrades changing. Therefore, all I can say is to continue doing what you're doing and we will all see where the moral, upstanding citizens of this country have to say on it. Guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, leave a comment below, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video.